Imagine waking up, making your morning coffee, and realizing that your brain, which normally has about 50 different tabs open at the exact same time, suddenly has just one sharp, incredibly clear focus.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Just totally quiet.
Right, the mental noise is just completely gone.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to Horoscope TV. This episode is dedicated entirely to you, our listener, who falls under the amazing zodiac sign of Virgo.
Yes, specifically for the period of August 17 to August 23, 2026.
Exactly. And let me tell you exactly why you really need to tune in and turn the volume up right now. You are basically about to walk into a week of a massive energetic shift.
It is a huge shift. I mean, truly massive.
Yeah, you are going to start this week in this space of quiet preparation, just getting all your plans perfectly in order. But by the end of this week, you are going to ride a huge wave of personal power and mental clarity as your birthday season officially begins.
It really is a powerful week. And our goal today is to analyze the astrological charts for this exact time period without using any, confusing jargon or complicated astrology terms.
Right, nobody needs a dictionary to understand their own life.
Exactly. We're just going to look at the astro data and keep the conversation super simple. We are going to walk you through exactly what these charts say about your love life, your career, your money, your health, and your friendships.
So no big confusing words, just clear, honest advice on how you can handle this amazing shift.
That is the plan.
I think that is exactly what everyone needs, just simple, practical advice. So to really understand how this week builds up to your birthday season, we have to start at the very beginning of our timeline.
Right, the setup phase.
Yeah, the setup. This is all about getting your mind organized and tying up all those loose ends that have been, really bothering you. This starts on Monday, August 17th. So what exactly is happening in the night sky on this day that affects our Virgo listeners so strongly?
Well, on August 17, we see a really major event in the charts. The planet Mercury moves into a very smooth, helpful angle with the planet Saturn.
Okay, a helpful angle.
Yeah, in the chart reading world, we actually call this specific helpful angle a trine.
A trine.
Got it. Imagine two planets sitting exactly 120 degrees apart in a perfect circle. When planets are at this exact distance, their energies do not fight each other at all.
So they are totally cooperating.
Exactly. They flow together perfectly, like a smooth, calm river. But, I mean, what you really need to know is what these two specific planets actually do.
Right. That is the important part.
So Mercury is the planet that rules the mind.
Yeah.
It is all about how you think, the words you use to talk, and how you process information when you read or listen.
Okay, so Mercury is the busy, buzzing mind. It is the part of us that sends emails, makes lists, and chats with neighbors.
Yes, exactly. It is very fast and very active. Now, Saturn is almost the complete opposite.
Really? How so?
Saturn is the planet that rules structure. Think about the physical rings around the planet Saturn. Those rings represent boundaries, rules, responsibility, and, putting things in their proper place.
So it is very strict.
Very strict. Saturn is slow, steady, and very serious. It wants things built to last.
Let me make sure I'm following this. If we put those two together, the fast, busy mind of Mercury and the serious, structured rules of Saturn, and they are making that friendly, flowing angle you mentioned, well, that sounds like a perfect recipe for getting completely organized.
You hit the nail on the head. Because they are flowing together, Saturn takes all that busy Mercury brain energy and basically gives it a clear structure.
So your brain is not just running in circles anymore.
Exactly. Your thoughts will not be messy on August 17. You are going to feel a sharp, undeniable mental focus.
Oh, wow.
You will look at a messy room or a messy schedule, and you will just instantly know exactly how to organize it. And this clear mental focus is going to have a massive impact on your job and your career.
Okay, let us unpack the career side of this deeply. How does this actually show up at work for a Virgo? Because let us be honest, Virgos are already known for being pretty careful workers.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they're usually the ones double-checking the math anyway, right?
They are, which is why this transit is so powerful for you. You are taking a natural skill and giving it a huge boost from the stars.
So it's like Virgo energy on overdrive.
Basically, yeah. On August 17, the astrodata shows a period of 0 mistakes. You are going to have unmatched mental clarity.
0 mistakes. That is huge.
It is. Think about the hardest, most frustrating problem at your job right now. Maybe it's a project that keeps getting delayed, or a client who is never happy, or a filing system that makes absolutely no sense.
We all have one of those at work.
Right. Well, on this day, you are the one who will figure it out.
So it is not just doing normal work well. It is literally solving the puzzles that everyone else just gave up on.
Yes. In fact, your coworkers and your bosses are going to sense this energy. They're going to be coming to you for your expert advice.
They will be lining up at the desk.
Totally. They will bring you their messy, complicated problems. They will drop a disorganized pile of papers on your desk, and your mind will just naturally see the solution. You will easily spot the missing piece of the puzzle.
I can picture that so clearly. It is almost like putting on glasses for the very first time and suddenly seeing every single detail sharply.
That is a perfect way to describe it.
You look at the chaotic pile of papers and say, oh, the answer is right here on page 3. But what about money? Because if you have this superpower for spotting details at work, I have to imagine that same organized energy acts like a superpower for your personal finances.
It truly does act like a superpower for your money. Because your mind is so deeply focused on structure, thanks to Saturn, you're going to have a very sharp eye for numbers and budget.
That is always a good thing.
It is great. If you sit down at your kitchen table on August 17th, open your laptop, and just look at your bank account, things will jump out at you. You will easily spot areas where you can cut unnecessary costs.
Like finding those sneaky little charges that just drain your account every single month.
Exactly. You might notice a monthly subscription to a streaming service that you have not watched in 6 months.
I'm definitely guilty of that.
We all are. Or you might realize that a daily habit, like buying a fancy coffee every single morning, is costing you way too much cash over the course of a year.
Right.
But the beautiful part of this Mercury and Saturn connection is how it makes you feel about saving money.
Wait, how does it make you feel? Usually budgeting feels terrible.
That is the thing. You will see exactly how to save extra cash without feeling like you are punishing yourself. Sometimes when we budget, we feel sad or, totally deprived. Not today.
Really?
Today, cutting those costs will just make total logical sense to you. You will actually feel happy and relieved to tighten up your budget.
That makes total sense. You are not depriving yourself. You're just trimming the fat. It is practical. You are putting up safe fences around your money.
Exactly. Safe fences.
Now, does this need to organize things, bleed over into how a Virgo treats their physical body this week? Does health get the Saturn treatment too?
It absolutely does. Saturn loves routine, and your body loves routine. The grounding energy of Saturn helps you lock in a steady, healthy, daily exercise routine.
Okay, so getting serious about the gym.
Well, let me be very clear here. This is not about deciding to run a crazy marathon out of nowhere or joining a super intense boot camp that leaves you totally exhausted.
Oh, right, because Saturn is steady and slow, not sudden and extreme.
Exactly. Saturn likes reliable structure. So this is the perfect day to decide that you are going to take a gentle 30-minute walk around your neighborhood every single morning before work.
Just something manageable.
Exactly. Or maybe you decide that you will spend 10 minutes stretching on your living room floor right before you go to bed.
That sounds really nice, actually.
It is. Because the energy in the charts is so supportive right now, you will find it very easy to stick to a simple, healthy habit. You will not dread it. You will actually crave the routine of it.
Steady and healthy. I really like that approach. Now, let us talk about romance.
Okay, let's do it.
Because when I think of staring at bank budgets, solving hard work problems, and starting strict exercise routines, my mind does not automatically jump to hearts and flowers and romance.
No, I suppose it does not.
How does this very serious, clear-headed energy actually affect love?
It actually affects love in a really beautiful, mature way. For couples, this clear-headed energy allows for quiet, meaningful talks about your shared future.
So no big dramatic arguments.
None. Because Mercury is working with Saturn, you are not going to be having wild, dramatic fights based on sudden emotions. Instead, you and your partner can sit down on the couch with a cup of tea and have a really honest, calm conversation.
What kind of conversation? Like planning a vacation?
Maybe, but usually it goes a lot deeper. It is about asking things like, where do we want to be in 5 years? Are we saving for a house? Are we happy with how we divide the chores?
Oh, so really practical stuff.
Yes, you will have the mental clarity to explain exactly what you truly need from your partner without getting angry. And your partner will be able to hear you clearly. It builds a very strong, structured foundation for your love.
That sounds incredibly solid. It is not a dramatic movie romance, but it is the real, lasting kind of love.
Exactly. It is real love.
What if our Virgo listener is single right now? Are they also having serious conversations on dates?
Actually, if you are single, the charts indicate that you might feel a bit quiet or reserved early in the week.
Really?
No dates.
You might not want to go on any dates at all on August 17. You might just want to stay home, read a book, and focus entirely on yourself.
I mean, that sounds pretty relaxing.
It is, and the most important thing to know is that this is perfectly fine. You do not need to push yourself to be social. You are quietly preparing your life for your upcoming birthday season.
Right.
There is absolutely no rush to go out and meet new people right now. Enjoy the quiet time.
Okay, let me stop you right there and jump in with a thought. I am picturing all this energy on August 17, like cleaning your house from top to bottom before hosting a really big party.
Oh, that is a great analogy.
Right, you are scrubbing the floors, you are fixing the broken chairs, you are tossing out the trash, and you are sitting at the table making sure the budget for the party food is set perfectly.
Yes, getting it all ready.
It is a lot of work, but it feels good. But here is my pushback question for you. If a listener is focusing so incredibly hard on budgets, serious work routines, and having very serious talks about the future, is there a risk of being entirely too strict with yourself early in the week?
That is a very fair point to bring up.
I mean, can a Virgo accidentally turn their life into a military boot camp on this day?
It is a real trap for Virgos, honestly. Yes, Saturn can sometimes make a person too strict, cold, or even demanding.
Which is not fun for anybody.
No, it is not. But we have to look closely at the astro data here. Remember, the angle between the planets is a trine.
Right, the flowing one.
Yes, it is a smooth, flowing, helpful connection. It is not a harsh clash. The energy is not forcing you to be mean to yourself. It is simply offering you the right tools to clear away the mess.
So it is really about the intention behind the work.
Exactly. The key for you, Virgo, is to remember that you are cleaning the house so you can actually enjoy the party later.
Not just to have a clean house.
Right. You are not cleaning the house just to live alone in an empty, silent museum. If you sit down on August 17th and find a mistake in your budget, do not beat yourself up over it.
That is so easy to do, though.
It is, but you have to resist it. Do not tell yourself that you are bad with money. Just calmly fix the mistake, appreciate that your sharp mind caught the error, and move on.
Okay, that is a huge relief. The goal is to be helpful to yourself, not mean to yourself. That is such a great foundation for the beginning of the week.
It sets everything up perfectly.
You get the house in order, you fix the messy problems at work, you have your quiet, calm talks with your partner, you just happily sorting things out. But, life does not stay quiet and private forever, does it?
No, it certainly does not. You cannot stay in the quiet preparation phase forever.
Nope.
And that shift brings us perfectly to the next major movement in the charts, which starts around Thursday, August 20.
Okay, moving into the middle of the week.
This part of the week is all about finding your voice and expanding your social circle.
Let us get right into it. What shifts in the sky on August 20 that pulls our listener out of their quiet house?
Well, on August 20, the first quarter moon peaks in the sign of Scorpio.
The first quarter moon.
Yes. To understand this, we need to look at what the moon represents. In the astrological charts, the moon often rules our deep emotions, our habits, and our inner feelings.
So it is like the private stuff.
Exactly. It is how we feel when we are entirely alone.
And what does a first quarter phase mean? When I look up at the sky, that just looks like a half moon, right?
Yes, visually it looks like a half moon. But energetically, the first quarter phase is a moment of tension and action.
Action.
Yeah, it is the moon growing larger, pushing forward toward being full. It demands movement. It is not a time for resting.
Oh, so the resting period is over.
Completely over. Now, we combine that pushing action with the sign of Scorpio.
And Scorpio's pretty intense.
Very intense. Scorpio is a sign that likes to dig deep, discover secrets, and find the absolute truth of a matter. It is deeply emotional and very intense. When we see a first quarter moon in Scorpio, the astro data points to a sudden, strong urge to connect with others on a real level. You are going to feel an emotional push to reach out.
So we go from happily quiet and reserved on the 17th, just organizing spreadsheets, to suddenly feeling this deep emotional need to talk and connect on the 20th.
It's a big swing.
How does this sudden urge to connect play out at a job? Earlier, we said everyone was coming to the Virgo listener for advice, and the Virgo was just quietly handing them the answers.
Yes, earlier you were just quietly solving problems behind the scenes. But now, this specific moon phase pushes you to stand up and speak loudly.
Oh, no more hiding.
None. If you have been holding on to a really great idea, maybe a way to fix a whole department or a creative idea for a new product, August 20 is the exact perfect time to communicate your ideas clearly to the whole team.
Just lay it all out there.
Yes, you will not want to hide your light anymore. It is also the absolute best time in the charts to network.
Networking can sometimes feel a bit fake or forced, though. How does Scorpio energy change that?
Because Scorpio hates anything fake.
Ah, I see.
You will not be doing shallow networking where you just hand out business cards and talk about the weather. You will naturally find yourself having deep, honest conversations with the exact right people.
The people who actually matter.
Exactly. The people who actually have the power to help your career move forward. You will speak with passion, and people will listen.
I really see the story forming here. There is a really cool narrative connection playing out in the charts.
How do you mean?
Well, 3 days ago, on August 17th, our listener was quietly organizing their thoughts. They were fixing broken things in the background and putting their plans in order.
Right.
Now, on August 20, they are taking all of those perfectly organized ideas and they are finally sharing them with the world.
You have the exact right picture. You did the hard, quiet work in private. You built the foundation.
And now it pays off.
And now you are fully ready to show it off in public. You have the right answers, and this first quarter moon in Scorpio gives you the emotional bravery to share them.
It feels almost like you have been handed a megaphone. But it is not a loud, annoying megaphone. It is a magical megaphone that only broadcasts to the exact right people.
I love that. A magical megaphone.
Right. You are not just yelling your ideas into the empty wind. You are speaking directly to the boss who can actually promote you, or the coworker who can really help you finish the project.
Exactly.
But let me push back a little bit on the social side of this, specifically for our single listeners.
Okay, let us look at the singles.
We just talked about the single Virgo a few minutes ago. You said they were feeling super reserved, quiet, and happy to just sit on the couch on the 17th.
They were.
How does a person who just wanted to stay home and read a book suddenly flip a switch just 3 days later to start networking, talking clearly, and connecting with people? Does that sudden change feel completely unnatural or jarring to them?
It is a great question, but it actually does not feel unnatural at all.
Really? Why not?
And the reason why goes back to the moon. Because this push is driven by the moon, it comes from a true emotional place deep inside of you. You are not faking being social because you think you have to.
Oh, so it is genuine.
Yes. On the 17th, you were genuinely resting. Your social battery was completely empty. But by the 20th, because you took that time to rest, your social battery has naturally recharged to full capacity.
So the rest was required to get to the action.
Exactly. You flip the switch because you suddenly realize that you feel good and you have something valuable to say.
That makes a lot of sense.
For a single Virgo, this might mean you are finally sitting on the couch and you decide to reply to that message on a dating app that you ignored earlier in the week.
Or finally texting that friend back.
Right. Or a friend asks you to go to an after-work dinner, and instead of making an excuse to stay home, you actually say yes. You will feel this warm inner pull that just naturally says, okay, I feel safe, I feel rested, and I am ready to be seen now.
I feel rested and I am ready to be seen now. I absolutely love that feeling. It is so empowering.
It really is.
And the timing could not be more perfect because they're getting seen just in time for the absolute biggest, brightest moment of the entire week.
Oh yes, here it comes.
Let us move right into the main event. This is about stepping fully into your power, and it happens on Sunday, August 23. Tell us the big news in the charts for this day.
The biggest, most important moment of the week happens on August 23. On this day, the sun officially enters the sign of Virgo.
Wow.
This officially starts your birthday season.
Happy early birthday season. This is huge. The sun entering a listener's home sign is always a major topic in astrology.
Always.
But let us break down what this actually means for them mechanically and on a day-to-day level. What is happening in the sky and how does it feel?
Think about what the sun actually is.
Yeah.
It is the center of our entire solar system. It provides all the heat, all the light, all the life-giving energy to the planet.
It is the battery for everything.
Exactly. When the Earth moves in its orbit so that the sun appears to be sitting right in front of the Virgo constellation, we call that the sun entering Virgo.
Okay, visually speaking.
Right. For you, as a Virgo, it means the ultimate source of light and life in the sky is shining its energy directly on your sign.
So it is like standing outside on a really cold day and finally stepping into a warm patch of bright sunlight.
Exactly. It brings a massive, undeniable burst of fresh vitality. You are going to feel a huge wave of physical strength and just a general feeling of being completely alive.
That must feel incredible after a long year.
It does. Think of it as the universe putting a massive theater spotlight directly on you. Because of this totally fresh, bright energy, this is the absolute best time of the entire year for you to launch new career plans.
Let us talk about those career plans. Because on the 20th, they were speaking up and sharing ideas. Does the 23rd take it a step further?
Oh, much further. The 20th was about talking. The 23rd is about doing.
Action time.
Yes.
Yep.
If you have a really big project you want to start, a business you want to open, or if you want to walk into your boss's office and say you want to take full charge of a team, August 23 is the day to take action.
So no more waiting around.
None at all. You have the absolute best, most supportive planetary backing behind you right now. The sun is giving you the courage to lead.
That is so exciting, launching the big plans and stepping into leadership. Now, what about the money side of things?
Right, the finances.
We talked about budgeting, looking at subscriptions, and cutting small costs back on the 17th. Does the money story change when the massive energy of the sun enters Virgo?
It does change. It heavily expands.
Expands how?
The sun entering Virgo brings an extra powerful wave of financial common sense, but on a much larger scale. While August 17 was all about cutting daily costs and finding an extra $20 in the grocery budget, August 23 is about the really big picture.
Zooming out.
Yes, the sun illuminates the long road ahead.
So what should a listener do with their money on this day?
This is the perfect day to set up long-term savings accounts like a retirement fund or a college fund for a child.
The serious stuff.
Exactly. It is also the ideal time to sit down and plan out major investments for your future. Maybe you are looking at buying property or investing in the stock market safely.
It sounds very grown up.
It is. You are moving from fixing the small, annoying leaks in your daily budget to building a giant, secure bank for your future self.
Going from the small, daily details to the grand, big vision. That is a wonderful shift. And with all this fresh solar vitality pouring in, I have to imagine their physical bodies feeling pretty good too.
Absolutely. The charts show an overall sense of total radiant well-being. Your physical and mental renewal is peaking right now.
Just glowing.
Yes, glowing. You will likely wake up feeling lighter and more energetic than you have in months. But to fully enjoy and absorb this health renewal, you need to partner with it.
What do you mean by partner with it?
You should focus on eating really wholesome fresh foods and listening very closely to what your body is telling you it needs.
What do you mean by listening to the body, like cravings?
More like energetic needs. Your body is going to act like a tuning fork for this solar energy. If you wake up and your body clearly says it wants to take a long, challenging hike in the woods, you need to go do it.
Do not just sit around.
Right, go burn that energy in nature. On the other hand, if your body says it wants a huge plate of fresh green vegetables instead of heavy junk food, you need to eat them.
Listen to the signals.
Your physical body knows exactly how to absorb and use this fresh solar energy to heal itself, but you have to give it the right fuel and the right movement.
I am picturing this major shift on August 23, like looking at your cell phone, when it is sitting on a 1% low battery.
Oh, that is stressful.
Screen is dim, things are moving slow, it is about to die. And then you plug it straight into the wall with a fast charger, and it just hits 100% instantly.
Perfect analogy.
The screen is bright, it is fully charged, and is ready to run a dozen apps at once. But I have to ask you a serious question about this. Getting all this fresh energy, this sudden urge to launch huge work projects, plan massive long-term investments, and go on long hikes. I mean, does getting all this personal power dumped on you at once ever feel totally overwhelming?
It can, for sure.
Does it feel like drinking 10 cups of coffee and getting the jitters? Or does a Virgo just naturally know exactly what to do with it?
That is a brilliant question. For some zodiac signs, a sudden, massive burst of solar power is completely overwhelming.
Like who?
A fire sign or an air sign might get this energy, act wildly, start a million projects, and then basically burn out by Tuesday. But we have to remember who we're talking about here.
We are talking about Virgo.
Exactly. Virgo is an earth sign. You are naturally grounded, practical, and rooted in reality.
So the earth absorbs the lightning without getting destroyed.
Perfectly said. And even more importantly, look at the timeline of the week we just analyzed. You already did the quiet, boring preparation work back on August 17th.
Oh, right, the setup.
You build the strong structure with Saturn. You organized your lists. So when this massive wave of solar energy hits you on August 23, it does not scatter everywhere.
Because it has somewhere to go.
It flows right into the perfect, strong channels you already built earlier in the week. You will not feel overwhelmed. You will feel incredibly capable and steady. You know exactly what to do with this power because you already made the blueprint.
That is the beauty of the setup. It all ties together perfectly. The quiet work on Monday, creates the safe container for the massive power on Sunday.
Exactly.
But the story of August 23 actually does not stop with just the sun entering Virgo. As big as that is, there was actually much more going on in the sky on that exact same day.
Yes, there's another huge layer.
Let us shift our focus to look at a deeply emotional layer of the charts. This brings us to a period of deep healing, but also a very serious warning.
It is a day of contrasts.
Let us start with the good news first, because I love good news. What is the deep healing event happening on August 23?
Well, on the exact same day the sun enters your sign to give you all that power, the sun also forms another helpful, flowing trine angle.
Another trine.
Yes. This time, the sun connects smoothly with Chiron.
Okay, I have heard of the planets like Mars and Venus, but what exactly is Chiron?
Chiron is not a major planet. It is actually a comet-like asteroid that orbits between Saturn and Uranus in our solar system.
Oh, interesting.
In the chart reading world, we call Chiron the wounded healer. It gets this name from an old myth about a very wise teacher who knew how to heal every single person in the world, but he could never heal his own painful wound.
Oh, there is a little sad.
It is. Because of this story, whenever Chiron is active in your charts in a helpful way, it is tied directly to fixing old, deep wounds that you have been carrying for a long time.
Fixing old wounds. That sounds incredibly deep and, well, a little bit heavy. How does this healing actually show up for our listener on a practical level? Do they just wake up feeling different?
It acts almost like a soothing, natural medicine for both your body and your mind.
Okay, let us talk about the physical side first.
If you have been carrying around lingering stress from work, maybe your shoulders are always tight, or you have minor physical aches from just being too tense all month, this smooth alignment helps your body finally release that tension.
Just letting it go.
It just washes the physical stress away. You can finally let your shoulders drop. But more importantly, it does something truly beautiful for your emotions and your mind. It opens your heart.
Opening the heart is a really big deal for a Virgo, right? Because they are so ruled by Mercury, they can be so logical and analytical all the time. They think their way through feelings.
Exactly. Virgos are famous for their powerful inner critic.
Oh, they can be so tough on themselves.
You hold yourself to an impossibly high standard. If you make one tiny mistake, your inner voice will yell at you about it all day.
Which is exhausting.
This helpful connection between the bright sun and the healing asteroid Chiron acts to soften that harsh inner critic. It turns the volume down on the negative voice in your head. It gently tells you that you are good enough exactly as you are, flaws and all.
Softening the inner critic. Just being able to look in the mirror in the morning and actually be nice to yourself. That alone is a massive gift from the stars.
It is a profound gift, and because your heart is suddenly open and your own mind is finally being kind to you, it helps you let go of past hurts in your relationships with others.
Like old grudges.
Yes. If you have been holding on to deep pain from an old, messy breakup, or you have lingering anger from a fight with a partner that happened months ago, this is the day you can finally let that heavy baggage go.
Just said it, yeah.
You realize you do not need to carry it anymore, and by letting that old pain go, you clear the space in your heart to welcome true, healthy love.
That is just beautiful. So on one hand, Sunday, August 23, brings this beautiful, open-hearted, gentle healing. You feel strong, you feel kind to yourself, and you're open to love.
Yes, that is the bright side.
But on the other hand, you mentioned that the astro data has a very serious warning for this exact same day. What is this warning hiding in the charts?
Yes. As analysts, we must look at all the astro data, both the easy and the difficult, and there is a clear note of caution here. On this very same day, August 23, the charts show a planetary event called Malefic Besieged.
Malefic besieged. Okay, even without knowing any deep astrology terms, that phrase sounds a little intense and scary.
It does sound a bit dramatic.
What does that actually mean in simple, everyday terms?
Let us break the words down. In traditional chart reading, a malefic simply refers to a planet that brings difficult challenges, hard lessons, or restrictions.
Okay, so the tough planets.
Right. And besieged means to be trapped or surrounded by an enemy army.
Yikes.
So when the charts show a planet being besieged, it means a specific area of your life is temporarily trapped between two very difficult forces. You are in a tight spot where you cannot easily move forward or backward.
So what part of the listener's life is trapped on this day?
In simple terms, this event creates a temporary trap around your finances and your resources.
The money again.
Yes. Because this trap is active in the sky, you must absolutely avoid making any risky money gambles on this day.
Give me some real-world examples of what a risky money gamble looks like for this week.
Well, it means you should not lend a large amount of money to a friend who has a history of never paying you back, no matter how sad their story is.
Oh, that is a tough one, but very necessary.
It means if a stranger or a coworker comes to you with a sudden, super exciting tip about a stock that is going to explode, you do not buy it.
Just say no.
Do not sign a contract for a risky business loan. During a besiegement, the ground underneath your money is not stable. You must stick strictly to safe, boring, reliable banking choices. This is about building a wall to protect the hard-earned cash you just organized.
Okay, so we have a major, fascinating contrast happening on this single day. Let us look closely at this split.
It is quite the split.
It is like you are treating your emotional heart with total openness, dropping all your defenses to heal. But at the exact same time, you're treating your wallet with total lockdown, building a fortress around it. You are opening up to love, but you are putting a padlock on your bank account. I have to ask, how does someone realistically balance this?
It takes some awareness.
How do you walk around feeling so bold, confident, and emotionally open from the sun entering your sign, while also having to play it completely safe, defensive, and paranoid with your money on the exact same day?
It sounds like a difficult split personality, but you can balance it by learning to completely separate your emotional worth from your financial worth. They are not the same thing.
That is a very good distinction to make.
The bold confidence you feel from the sun is about who you are as a human being. Your creative ideas, your capacity for love, your ability to lead a team, those parts of you should be fully open, generous, and bold. You can give those away freely.
And the money?
Your money is simply a physical tool. It is not your soul. Playing it completely safe with your money during this transit is actually a way of honoring your own hard work.
How so?
By locking down your wallet, you are effectively saying, I value myself and my time enough to strictly protect what I have built. So the advice is simple. Be incredibly brave and generous with your heart, but be very boring, strict, and safe with your bank account.
Be brave with your heart, but be very boring with your bank account. I think that is a brilliant rule for August 23. Do not risk the cash, but absolutely risk the emotional connection.
Exactly. Risk the connection.
Now, I want to shift our gears a little bit and talk about the people standing around our listener, because no one goes through a massive shifting week like this entirely alone. We are constantly bouncing our energy off our friends, our partners, and our coworkers.
The people around us matter a lot.
Let's look at the cosmic companions for the week. Who should our Virgo listener hold close right now, and who should they absolutely avoid? Let us start with the best match. Who's the perfect partner or friend for Virgo to lean on this week?
Looking at how the elements interact in the charts, the absolute best match for you this week is someone born under the sign of Taurus.
Ugh.
Yes. A Taurus is going to bring you a incredibly solid, peaceful, and unshakable foundation. And there are very specific, fascinating reasons in the planetary movements why this pairing is so strong right now.
I love getting into the mechanics of why things work. What exactly makes Taurus so perfect for Virgo this specific week?
Let us look back at Monday, August 17th. That was the day you, as a Virgo, were busy organizing your thoughts and making solid plans because of the connection between Mercury and Saturn.
Right, the setup day.
Well, on that exact same day, Venus, which happens to be the ruling planet of Taurus, makes a very lucky, beautiful connection with the giant planet Jupiter. In the charts, Jupiter expands whatever it touches, and Venus rules love, comfort, and harmony.
So the ruling planet of Taurus is getting expanded with luck and love on the exact same day Virgo is getting organized.
Yes. This specific connection makes Taurus extra generous, extra sweet, and very emotionally supportive.
That is wonderful timing.
So imagine this scene. While you are sitting at the desk, stressing slightly over making your strict plans and balancing the budget, your Taurus partner or friend is there bringing you a warm cup of tea.
Just quietly helping.
They are gently rubbing your shoulders. They are telling you that you are doing a great job. They provide the soft comfort while you do the hard brain work. They gently help you build those plans into a wonderful, stress-free reality.
That sounds absolutely lovely. So Taurus is bringing the sweet, supportive physical comfort, while Virgo is doing the mental heavy lifting. Does this good connection with Taurus continue later in the week, or is it just for Monday?
Oh, it gets even better as the week goes on.
Well,
Fast forward to Sunday, August 23. That is the day the Sun and Chiron link up to bring you that deep emotional healing we just talked about. Well, when we look at exactly where that healing link happens in the sky, it takes place in the sign of Taurus.
Oh, wow. So the healing is literally happening in their space.
Exactly. This means that Virgo and Taurus can actually heal each other right now. You can grow together and leave past arguments behind. You will find immense, quiet comfort and deep trust in their steady presence all week long.
It sounds so peaceful.
They will not rush you, and they will not overwhelm you. They are exactly what your nervous system needs.
I picture a Taurus this week, acting like a very comfortable, heavy iron anchor, keeping your boat perfectly steady in the water.
That is a great image.
You, the Virgo, might be busy mapping out the course on the boat, checking the wind speed, making sure the sails are tied perfectly. But the Taurus is the anchor, holding fast in the sand, making sure you do not drift away into dangerous waters while you are busy working.
Exactly. They keep you safe.
Now, if Taurus is the safe anchor, who is the storm? Who is the worst match that Virgo needs to stay far, far away from this week?
Based on the chaotic energy in the charts, you need to stay very far away from anyone born under the sign of Gemini this week.
Gemini. Okay, tell us why. What is Gemini doing that is so disruptive and bad for a Virgo right now?
The problem here is completely clashing, opposing energy. You, Virgo, are trying desperately to get your life perfectly organized. You want to follow the rules, be serious, and act responsibly. You are building structure.
Right.
Gemini, however, brings a chaotic, loud, highly restless, and easily distracted energy to the table. If you let them in, they will severely scatter your focus and cause you a lot of unnecessary anxiety and stress.
Paint a picture for me. Give me an example of how this Gemini clash would look in real life this week.
Imagine you have spent an hour perfectly arranging your desk. Your pens are lined up, your notes are color-coded, and you are finally ready to sit down and start working on that major career project you want to launch.
Perfect focus.
A Gemini friend or coworker will suddenly burst into your office without knocking. They will accidentally knock over your coffee cup. They will talk loudly and quickly about 3 different random topics, like a TV show, a piece of office gossip, and a funny bird they saw, none of which have to do with your work.
Oh, I can feel the stress just hearing that.
And then, just as quickly as they arrived, they will get bored and leave, leaving your office completely messy and your concentration entirely broken.
It sounds infuriating when you're just trying to get things done.
And it gets worse around Thursday, August 20. We talked about the moon entering the sign of Sagittarius on that day.
The action moon.
Right. Sagittarius energy makes Gemini even more restless and totally unreliable. If you depend on a Gemini for a serious part of your project on Thursday, they will absolutely drop the ball.
Oh, no.
They will forget the important details, miss the deadline, or just simply not show up because they got distracted by something shinier. Save yourself the headache, protect your peace, and simply avoid relying on them for anything important this week.
Oh, wow. So Gemini is basically like having a loud radio stuck between 2 stations, just blasting static and random noise, right when you were trying to study in silence for a final exam.
That is exactly what it's like.
It's just total distraction. But wait, I have a major pushback question here. I know a little bit about the basic rules of the zodiac, and I know for a fact that both Virgo and Gemini are ruled by the exact same planet, Mercury.
They are.
We talked about Mercury being the mind. If they share the exact same ruling planet for how they think, why do they react so completely differently to this week's charts? Why is Virgo getting super organized and focused while Gemini is getting chaotic and scattered? It seems like they should act the same.
That is a brilliant observation, and it gets to the heart of how astrology really works.
Yeah.
It is true, they share Mercury as their ruler. This means both Virgo and Gemini care deeply about thinking, analyzing data, and communicating ideas. They both have very busy minds.
Okay, so the brain is busy for both.
But the crucial difference is that they belong to completely different elements in nature.
Tell me how the elements change things.
Virgo is an earth sign. That means you take Mercury's fast, buzzing mental energy and you push it down, grounding it into the solid dirt.
You anchor it.
You use that brain power to build physical lists, solve real-world physical problems, and create lasting structure you can touch. You turn thoughts into reality. Gemini, on the other hand, is an air sign. They take that exact same fast mental energy from Mercury, but instead of grounding it, they let it fly up into the sky like a balloon. They use their brain power to chat quickly, gather random fun facts, and move rapidly from one shiny idea to the next without building anything solid.
Oh, I see the difference now.
So when the charts for this specific week ask for strict organization and slow structure thanks to Saturn, earthy Virgo loves it. You thrive on it. But Airy Gemini hates the restriction. They rebel against the rules and just scatter into the wind to escape the pressure.
That makes perfect sense. Earth grounds the energy to build, air scatters the energy to explore. So the lesson is clear. Stick with the solid Earth signs like Taurus when you need to get things done, and give the air signs like Gemini a whole lot of space so they do not ruin your focus this week.
That is the perfect summary.
This breakdown is so incredibly helpful. Now, let us wrap up all this amazing, deep information by giving our listener a very practical summary. Let us look at the weekly toolkit.
Yes, the toolkit.
We are going to give you the exact dates, the specific numbers, and the color to focus on to help you navigate this energy. Walk us through the lucky elements for the week.
We have some very clear, practical tools hidden in the charts for you. The best dates to look out for, the ones you should circle in red on your calendar, are Monday, August 17th, Wednesday, August 19th, and Sunday, August 23rd.
Okay, so mark those down.
Pay special attention to these 3 days for receiving good news, having moments of clear decision-making, or taking big action.
Okay, 17, 19, and 23. Got it. What about the numbers?
Your lucky numbers vibrating in the charts for the week are 5, 13, 20, 32, 41, and 48.
Nice mix of numbers there.
And finally, the color of the week that brings you the most balanced, supportive energy is olive green.
Okay, I want to push back on this toolkit just a little bit to make sure our listener knows exactly how to use this without feeling silly. How does a normal person actually use these tools in their everyday life? Like, should they go out and buy an entirely olive green suit and wear it from head to toe on Sunday, August 23, when they walk in to launch their big career project?
Do not do that.
And how do we use a random list of numbers practically without overthinking it and driving ourselves crazy looking for signs everywhere?
You definitely do not want to overthink it, because then it just becomes another source of stress, which entirely defeats the purpose.
Right.
Let us start with the color olive green. You do not need to paint your whole house or buy a new suit. Think of the color as a quiet touchstone for your brain. Olive green is an earth tone. It is alive, like a tree, but it is not flashy or loud.
It is very calming.
Maybe you just wear a simple olive green shirt on August 23. Or, even simpler, change the background picture on your cell phone to a calming image of olive green leaves.
Oh, that is super easy.
Every time you check your phone, the color quietly reminds your brain to stay grounded and steady as you launch your project.
I love that. Just a small visual reminder to stay grounded. What are the numbers?
As for the numbers, use them to naturally create structure in your day. If you need to pick a time for a very important phone call or a meeting on Wednesday, August 19, maybe schedule it for 1:20 p.m. or 2:05 p.m., purposefully using the lucky numbers 20 and 5.
Oh, I see.
If you are starting that new healthy exercise routine we talked about, set your daily timer for exactly 32 minutes. It is not about magic spells. It is just about weaving this positive, structured energy into your normal daily routine without making a big, stressful deal out of it.
I really like that approach, just weaving it in gently. Schedule the meeting for 1:20. Wear an olive green scarf. Set the timer for 32 minutes. It is small, practical magic, which is exactly the kind of magic a grounded Virgo loves.
Exactly.
Well, we have covered so much incredible ground today. We watched you go from quietly, happily organizing your busy mind on the 17th to boldly speaking your truth and networking on the 20th, to finally stepping fully into your massive personal power, leadership, and deep emotional healing on the 23rd.
It is quite the journey.
It is an incredibly beautiful, complex journey you are taking this week.
It really is a beautiful path. It is a week of profound transition. You are leaving the quiet, dark planning stage behind and stepping brightly into your own brilliant light just in time for your birthday.
Before we go, I want to leave you, our Virgo listener, with a final thought to chew on as you go about your day. We talked a lot today about how the planets, especially Chiron and the Sun, are helping you soften that harsh inner critic and find real, peaceful mental clarity.
A very important healing process.
I want you to think about how much raw energy you spend every single day fighting your own inner doubts. Think about the exhaustion of telling yourself you are not perfect yet. If this week truly helps you heal that wound, what amazing, incredible things could you achieve moving forward if that negative voice in your head stayed quiet forever?
Imagine the freedom.
Imagine what massive structures you could build with all that newly freed up space in your mind. We are so incredibly grateful you chose to spend this time with us today, exploring the charts and finding your path.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV. If you loved what you heard today and you want to be fully prepared for what the stars and the data have in store for you next, please hit that subscribe button right now. That way, you will get notified the exact moment the next episode is available. Enjoy the powerful start to your wonderful birthday season, Virgo. Stay grounded, stay brave with your heart, and we will see you next time.